Hey, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? I am running some parts on the Langmuir Systems MR-1, so I'm going to turn you around so you can see it because it's cooler than me. I'm going to try to turn it around. Flip, there we go. I've got a couple parts to run, so let's do it. If you have any questions about the MR-1, feel free to ask. Full disclosure, I am not an affiliate for Langmuir. I don't have coupon codes. I don't have hyperlinks with tags. I don't get commissions. This is just a machine that I paid with my money, and I love it. So that's why I've been sharing a lot about it. So this is a part for the Crossfire Pro torch holder, and I'm just finishing up. I've got I've got 6 more to run after this, so I figured I'd hop on and okay. Hey, how's it going, Rich? Let me see if I can get you a close-up shot here. Whoa, yeah. So I'm just boring some holes here. I've got it cranked up, you know. Swinging coolant. So yeah, I'm making a mess on my shop floor for YouTube. I got the doors open, running coolant. But hey guys, you're worth it. So I put these parts in a tumbler, vibratory tumbler, after they're done. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You guys are super zoomed in. I brought that right up to the camera. I have to hold it way out here. But this thing is extremely repeatable. So we'll drop another part in here. Back it out a little bit. Yeah, it does a lot better than I thought it would do. Let me just say that. At my day job, I design industrial automation, and we make every single part right there at the day job. So we have, I don't know, probably 15 CNC machines. We've got some pretty advanced CNCs at work. So I thought, hey, you know, for $8,000, what am I really gonna get? You know, is it really gonna do much? I've been blown away. The precision, I mean, this thing will hold plus or minus, you know, a thou, which is way better than I thought it would do. It can thread mill, and it thread mills really well too. It's not like, oh, the bolt goes in. No, I can dial it in exactly how I want it. So I can make it as tight or as loose, and it's done really well. I've been really impressed. It would be faster to just drill these holes. As far as now, this operation where it's going all the way through, drilling would be faster, But tool changes take forever. I don't want to say forever, but they take a while. So it's faster for me to just keep the tool in there and bore the hole than to do an entire additional operation. I'm gonna need to buy a mop. While that's running, I'll show you so these are the parts I've made so far. Dropping them on the floor. I'm going to turn this around. NYCNC, yeah. When you get your own CNC, but then bought the CNC plasma. Yep, that's a big step. Yeah. Same here. I used to follow Garessima. Man, they make knives. Basically, they bought a Tormach when Tormachs first came out. And so I followed them for a while. But this is a torch holder for the Crossfire Pro. Do you have a Crossfire Pro? So this is what it's going to be like. I forget who all has one and who doesn't. So basically, the laser is going to go right in there, and it's going to make a laser line. What torch are you using on your Crossfire? This first one is going to be for the Everlast, just because that's what I have, so I can test it out. But I do, Hypertherm. I'm going to make one for the Hypertherm. Well, there's not only like the Hypertherm, but there's like the 65, the 85, the like, so there's a lot of there's tons of different torches. And I really struggle with this back and forth. Do I want to make a universal holder, or do I want to make a holder for every torch? And honestly, the best way to do it is a holder for every torch. You got the 45. And I think the 45 will fit. Did we already talk? I've talked to so many people about the different sizes of the different Hypertherms. I'm even talking to some guys about the Prime. Yeah. So I'm talking to some guys about who have the Prime, is it like Prime Welder? Anyway, they have that torch. So the thing is, you're not supposed to clamp on the lower part of the torch because you could crush it. But the reason they say that is because everybody has a universal clamp. And the problem with a universal clamp is it puts highly concentrated pressure. So see, they always say don't clamp down here. But here's the thing. If you squeeze an egg equally tight all the way around, it's incredibly strong. But if you just push in 2 spots, you'll break the egg. The same's true with this torch. The reason people are buying the Langmuir Systems holder, and it's a universal, so it's a V, and a V puts a ton of pressure here, 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 and here, and it squishes it, and then it doesn't work anymore. And I don't want anybody to do that with my product, so I'm actually making it so that way it will squeeze all the way around. When you tighten it, it's not just going to put pressure here and here, it's going to put the entire arc. So you're not going to have people crushing and destroying their torches like they are currently with all of these universal, air quotes, torch holders. So, and if you don't squeeze down here, your lasers have to be way out here so that way they're not, you know, casting a shadow. And I want them down close so that way the shadow isn't as bad, right? So that's why I'm making one for every size, and I'm not just making a universal torch holder. So now that I'm done with that rant, let's see, sent you pics of the hypertherm. Yeah, I got those, and I'm going to make one for the XR as well. I've got pictures and measurements from one of you guys of the XR holder. It's bigger, and so I'm going to make one for that. That's a lot of cuts. I'm glad that I love it when people are really getting a lot of use out of their machines. I don't get as much out of my Crossfire Pro now because I use it for prototyping, and I've got laser cutting companies all set up. So once I get something prototyped and dialed in, then I stop cutting it. And but being able to have that in your own shop and say, hey, I've got an idea, let's try it, that's priceless. Because otherwise, I used to have an idea and I'd send it out to the laser company and I'd have to wait 4 to 6 weeks. I'm sorry, business can't survive at that snail pace. So you got to be able to turn around faster than 4 to 6 weeks. I know. See, you had common sense. You didn't squeeze the heck out of your torch. I've talked to guys who have broken their torches. They tighten it too tight, and it breaks it. And I'm like, ugh. So now I know as soon as I make a universal torch holder, that's what people are going to do. And they're going to say, oh, well, you can't clamp down there. You have to clamp up here. Well, if you clamp way up there, then a whole lot of other things don't work. Like you have this big, huge shadow, and then there's not an X. So email is richard@becksarmory.com. richard@becksarmory.com. Email me if anybody has, dimensions. And it's okay if people have already sent me the dimensions of a torch. I would like to have like maybe 3 people per torch, just so we can make sure we have an average, because everybody measures differently. And since I don't have one, and I'm going to invest a lot of money into making something, if I could get optimally, if I could get 3 people to measure the same torch and you all come up with the exact same number or within like 10 thou, I will take that to the bank. So yeah, email richard@becksarmory.com. You can send me the specs on the torch that you have. I'm going to post this live after I'm done, so anybody who sees this who's not live, if you have a torch, send me a picture and the dimensions of the diameter of the torch. All right, I'm going to make some more noise again. I'm going to close at one door. I gotta say, YouTube Live seems to be a lot more fun than Instagram. Maybe it's just you guys are better. I was on Instagram Live before I came over here live. And there was only like one person, maybe 2 or 3. Not a lot of conversation going on. I love doing this, but even I get bored doing this. I've been doing it all day. So when I finish these parts, I'm gonna go hang out with the kiddos. The wife is at work. So yeah, it has been a long day. I have 3 more parts. It'll be interesting to see how this end mill holds up. This is not one of the Haas end mills. This is a supposedly made in the USA end mill I got from Amazon. I forget the brand. Let me check. This is usually they got the brand right on there. It's the same as this one. Titan USA. So that's the cutter I have now. The problem is it has a ALTIN aluminum tin. I think that's what that means, which is better for steel. I bought all these cutters so I could machine BA shredders, and I have not gotten to that yet because I'm super far behind because I spent 4 months building this barn. So now I'm 4 months behind. And of course, what I do, I decide, hey, let's launch a brand new product instead of getting caught up on everything else, because that was a great idea. Nice. I've not used that system. LibreCAD. I'm not familiar with all the systems out there. But hey, if it gets the job done, heck yeah. A little bit more. Hope my heater don't melt it. I got the heater right there. Oh. It will eventually. I'm just behind now. Hypertherm has some really great software. My buddy has a really high-end plasma table, and he has like 150 amp high def Hypertherm system. I mean, the cutter itself is like 3 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot. It runs on oxygen or nitrogen, I don't know. It's a really high dollar system. But my Crossfire Pro cuts better looking text than his $70,000 professional table. And he was super pissed about that, but he has rack and pinions, and the Crossfire Pro has lead screws. Lead screws have substantially higher torque than a rack and pinion. So those big, huge, commercial plasma tables with rack and pinions are not going to be able to switch directions as fast as a Crossfire Pro because the Crossfire has lead screws. Lead screws always win over rack and pinion, and then ball screws win over lead screws. But that's why I think the Crossfire Pro is such a great machine, is because it has the lead screws. And not just lead screws, it has those auto tightening nuts with the spring and the wedge. Those are really great. So everything that Langmeyer's put out has been a massive bang for the buck. Hopefully they'll release a spindle that has an automatic tool changer in the future. That would be a game changer. I would buy that for sure. Who knows? Maybe I'll find the limits of this machine and burn up the bearings. I was thinking about that today. I guarantee they didn't make this machine to run production parts. But I'm going to run production parts because I bought this machine, I paid for it, I'm going to use it until it's used. My goal is use this machine to make enough money to buy a full-out CNC with a tool changer. So I have to run a lot of parts on this to be able to pay for a big CNC. But that's the plan. Two more parts. One more after this one. Wife and kids are really pumped that I'm in the new shop because they're getting the little shop. They keep telling me I need to move out faster because I still have stuff. I still have stuff in the little shop, but you know what? I'm kind of busy. You know, you can change the backdrop in Fusion 360. You can change the entire program to be light or dark, and then the actual background that the part rotates in can be any color you want. They have the color wheel. Yes. You know what? I may wing it, but it'd be great to have some more measurements. I mean, it's not that I doubt anybody's measurements. I, as an engineer, have been designing products for almost 20 years, and I measure stuff wrong. It happens, you know? So, but you know what? On some of these, when I do a new one that I've never done before, I may just make one, send it out. Does it work? Okay, cool, then I make 10. So I might do something like that on some of these torches. So I want to hit the most popular torches first, of course. And I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know the Hypertherm 45XP, or is it XP45? I don't know. I know that's a very popular machine, and I used to be much more up to date with all of the plasma machines, but I'm a little bit behind in my knowledge on what's most popular right now. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Rich. I enjoy talking. Have a great weekend. See, like I said, I don't have measurements. I'd probably risk it without. I would just like to have 3, you know, just to make me feel good inside and worry a little less. One more to go. Dropped it. A nice thing, after this part is run, I'm done with the first 9. I wish I could say 10 but I messed one up, I'll be fully machined with the first 9 torch holders. I could make one more so I have a complete 10, but my goal is to sell these first. I have 9 of them. I think I'm gonna sell the first 5 under $100, and that's gonna come with the lasers, with the battery pack, with the switch, with like 10 feet of wire. Yeah, 10 feet of wire, so that way you guys can wire it up the way I have mine wired up. I'm gonna do that, all that stuff, and I'm gonna try to be right under $100. Now, in the future, once I get the word out and you know, it takes off a little better, I will have to up the price because the lasers, the battery pack, the switches, the wire, that stuff counts up pretty fast, and that's a majority of the cost, to be honest. The aluminum parts is the lowest cost. My time, you know, I'm sitting out here for hours and hours and hours, so I got to make sure I cover that, and I have to make enough that way I don't burn up the machine before it's paid for. So I got to find a balance. Right now, I feel like anybody who is one of the first adopters of this absolutely deserves a special price for being on the front end. Yeah, almost done, and then I can go inside and relax for the rest of the weekend. I'm not working tomorrow. I'm going to take Sunday off. I usually do take Sunday off. Usually, sometimes after supper, Sunday evening, I'll come back out and start cracking, but I like to take a day off to rest. The good Lord wasn't wrong about that. It does the body good. Helps keep my mind right. Otherwise, you get burnt out. Everybody, no matter how hard you're working, needs to take a little bit of time off from time to time. All right. Last one. On my way up to the house, I'm going to stop by the little shop and put those in the vibratory tumbler. And we are this close. I'm going to have to build a web page, take a bunch of pictures. So I guess we're not this close. We're like that. We're farther than I'd like to be, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for everybody who carried on the conversation. It's really helped time go faster because I was getting really bored out here. So I need to do this more often. See you guys later.